Oh no! Shit! Come over here! We won! We won the war, man! Vlandia is down! Tonight, we feast! Yeah! Sora, I brought you a gift. It is a dress from Vlandia. I found it and I thought, well, it's some fine clothing. And I thought that you would like it. Very well, thank you, Melkor. So, how have things been around here? We are doing fine. The merchants say business is brisk, and everything the people need appears to be in good supply. Oh, that is good. I'm sorry to leave everything to you, Sora. But you know, when a king needs to go to war, his queen needs to rule in his place. And you did a good job, Sora. I'm proud of you. I'm going to check on the kids now. See you later. Caladog. How long do you think you are here, Caladog? You can't count the days. Well, it doesn't matter. Today the war with Vlandia came to an end. And as you can see, we stood victorious. The western coast is finally ours. Caladog laughed at my face and said that Vlandia is nothing. The real threat comes from the east, and that we will all die without his guidance. Well, it doesn't matter the outcome for you. Either way, you will rot in this cell. Ain't that right? I tell you, Caladog, Battania is much stronger than before. And that is not thanks to you. Caladog wasn't wrong. The Empire, Vlandia, Sturgia, they were all gone. The Azorites stood in the south, but the Khuzait conquered half of Calradia. They were strong, too strong, a force to be recognized and to fear. But no matter what, we are Battania. A lot happened during those 3 years. Lifris, my companion, died fighting against Vlandia, and Prindor, leader of the Fan Morkor, also lost his life. His son Brannock now leads their clan. But not just bad things happened. Other than winning the war, I also had 2 more children. Athelhain, was 5 years old now. Vernil was 2, and the youngest, Dulak, was 1. My family was growing. My home was growing. But my enemies too. Oh, you have arrived. Very well, so I believe you're Katugan, and you are Imlir. And you want to become members of the Rock Clan if I'm not wrong. Very well, I shall give you a test, so you can prove yourself, and so I can see your fighting skills. I'll give you weaponry, I'll give you armory. Follow me. Oh, and of course, if you pass the test, you are members of my clan and my personal companions. If you don't pass the test, that means that the road that we are about to take is too dangerous for you, and you cannot be part of it. Alright, here's your test. Bandits are coming. They killed our people. They pillaged our lands. Have no mercy on them.
Everyone, kill them all!
Charge them. Maestro. Good job, good job. Shit, better get out of there. Imlir. Shit. It was good, it was good. Not bad. Grab her, put in my horse, and let's go. Let's go back. In that moment we were in peace, but it wouldn't last long. Both Battania and the Khuzait knew that, and I could feel that a storm was about to come from far away. The last war, and I knew that no matter what, I needed to take the first move. Beyond those hills over there, there are the Khuzait, way beyond, but they are still there, forging weapons and preparing to take Alradia. We can't let that happen. Send a letter to each lord and summon them here. We spoke for a couple of hours. Most of the lords wanted to attack the Khuzats now, but I thought different. Enough! Even if we fought them before, we never really did too well. I hate to admit it, but they are masters of war, and I will not let Battania fall to recklessness. What we need is time. Time to gather information. Time to find a way to defeat them. And I'm not going to waste it anymore. I shall go to their land. All the lords denied my plan and said that the king should never take such risk. I told them that I'm better using a sword than a crown. That was my final decision, and the lords had no other choice but to accept it.
Excuse us. We were sent by Lord Tulak so that we could do some trades in this town. Will you grant us passage?
Oh yes, welcome to Chinkant. I think you'll find these are good la-habiting folk, for the most part.
Yes, okay. Thank you, kind sir. Come on now. Let's go, everyone. I've got work to do.
Okay boys, now scatter around, blend in, get information, everything. Where are their lords? Who lord has what castle, what town? Their defenses, their strategies, their families, their culture, everything you can find. It's one step closer to victory. Let's do this.
And so, that's what we did. We took all the information that we could, from merchants, soldiers, peasants and nobles. We learned a lot about the Khuzait. Their strength are the mounted lancers and archers, normally carrying 2 sets of quivers for extended skirmishing. Their infantry carried rounded blades, pole arms, throwing spears and large shields. They are fast moving through the land, and after sneaking through their walls I learned where our advantage is. They had way more clans than we had. If we didn't use our head and outsmart them on the battlefield, they would win this war. And after a couple of days, I returned home.
My lords, I will share now what I learned. The Khuzait have advantage over us on open fields. That means that we should avoid contact through land. But their walls are their weaknesses. You see, our Battanian archers are and always will be the best archers of Calradia, and they can't use horses to defend their walls. Meaning only one thing: we are likely to lose an attack on the field, but we are likely to win a siege attack on their lands. It's the only way that we will win this fight. Everyone get ready. We will strike first.
I went for an attack on the north, because if I could conquer all of the old Sturgia land, I would have more ways to enter the Khuzait. So I marched to Omor, and the war began.
Let's go! Let's go, begin the assault!
Omor was conquered, and Brannock created an army to take down Amitatis. Meanwhile, I marched to Cranny Rock Castle, the only place that the Khuzait had deep in our land. But an army approached to battle us on the field.
Alright men, everyone in position.
Cavalry move! Charge!
Let's go, charge, charge, charge! Kill them! Jesus Christ, their armor! Shit. Come on!
With my victory, I proceed to take the castle down, which was also another victory. But it gave enough time for the Khuzait to reconquer Omor, so I went there again and reconquer it back from them. And of course, meanwhile, they took Farchek and were sieging Cranny Rock Castle. I went to help the castle and had another difficult battle. But once victorious, I reconquered Varchek too. Then I needed to keep defending because they were attacking Omor again. That is when I found Monchuk, the Khuzait king.
Melkor, Monchuk, the king of the Khuzait. I never expected to find you here, fighting in the front lines. I see that you all Khuzats are brave. But I am also Monchuk. I fight on the front lines. And now that we have met, finally, I will kill you.
Very well. Expect no mercy.
Oh shit. Clean the fields. Good job. Good job, we have the king. Now, king of the Khuzat, you invaded the wrong lands, and you will die for it. Monchuk was dead, and I thought that his death would weaken the Khuzats. But his son, Chagan, became the king, and things just got even worse. We couldn't invade. We barely could defend. And Yara, my first companion, my right hand, and a real friend, died in a battle for Omor. The death count raised high. We were losing the war, and that's when I came up with another plan. The Aserai. Through my life I learned that the Aserai are calm and passive people. They stood in the desert and never invaded the north of it. Battania also has no interest in the desert, so if I could reason with them, bring them to our side and fight the Khuzats, they could stay in the south and live peacefully. So I went there. Greetings, King of the Aserai.
Well now, stranger. Peace to you. What is your name?
My name is Melkor. You may know me as the King of Battania.
Oh, I see. I am Unkid. Honestly, I don't know you. You may know that the Aserai have no real interest on what happens north from here.
Yes, I do know that. Well, I have a proposal that may benefit you in the end. But first you need to tell me a bit about yourself and the Aserai.
Well, where to start? My clan never sought glory or domination. Where some see an enemy, we see only a trading partner who has gone astray. For that reason, we have tried to treat all others with fairness and respect.
I understand that, but what you say is not real. You see, the Khuzat are enemies. Now you took the south as your own place here in Calradia, and I and the Battanians are the true
heirs of Calradia, while the Khuzait came from the east, and they are invading every village, city and castle. It's just a matter of time until they come to the south and take everything for themselves. Now if we join forces, if we fight together, we may be able to live peacefully for all our lives. I will not disturb you in the south, and we can even do trades. What do you say?
Well, that is interesting. I will not personally be part of that, but you have my permission to talk with my lords and bring them to your side, if that's what they will. Just don't forget what you promised: peace and trading.
Very well. I am glad that you gave me such permission, and I thank you for your collaboration.
It was good to meet you, Melkor of Battania. Come see me if you need anything. Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
I am Melkor, King of Battania. And who might you be?
I am Audan, of the Banu Sarmal, a clan of the Azerai. I have heard of you.
Well, Audan, I spoke with Unkid. He gave me permission to recruit lords of the Azerai to join me on my quest to defeat the Khuzait. Now they are conquering all Calradia, and they will come to the south, sooner or later. What do you say? Would you fight for me?
Yes, you might be correct. Very well, Melkor of Battania. You convinced me. I will have my men ready for an attack on the Khuzait on your lead.
I appreciate that, and you will be rewarded in the end. I managed to recruit 2 more clans for my cause, but while I was in the south, the Khuzait were starting to invade the Misty Hills. I needed to go back there with reinforcements that I got and help my people. Come on, all together now! Let's go, all together! On the walls! On the walls! Come on, man! As we took some land back, I realized that I really needed a new healer by my side, so I went to get one. Adian the healer, I assume.
Your Highness.
I heard that you are one of the best healers of Battania. If that is true, I can use someone like you in my company.
Very well, Your Highness.
I thought that now that I had a safe passage through the desert, I would use that way to attack the Khuzait from behind and split their forces. So I marched there and called the Azerai army and a few of my companions for this quest. This attack was my last plan, and of course the Khuzait weren't expecting it.
Well, as a Lord, this has been quite the war. I thank you all for your collaboration. We managed to get deep in the Khuzait territory. But this won't be enough. There's still a missing part. A missing link. We need to link what we conquered with Battania. That will provide us passage. Safer passage and quicker passage. Our forces are getting weaker, I know. We've been pushing a lot. And honestly, we are lucky to be still alive. But we need to push once more. And once we connect with Battania, we will go for the last push with all our strength above Battania and the Azerai. So gather the last men that you have, and together we will be victorious. Then we had a couple of more fights, and after some time the path was linked. Now I finally could reunite with my people. So I summoned them to Carfinian, a village near the Khuzait. Oh shit. Glad to see so many familiar faces together.
We spoke for some time about war and settlements. I also received the sad news that my friend Urgion died in battle. And now his son, Sane, leads their clan.
My lords, I know it has been difficult for everyone. What is going on here? But I swear to you all, this will be the final charge. And I could not have better men by my side than everyone here and still defending. Fear not, my people, for we have the upper hand this time, and we will not lose. I want you all to form armies and group yourself together and start attacking. The last charge is now, and we will take everything that stands in our way. Everyone, for Battania! As you all know, we are here tonight to celebrate the end of the Khuzait. But before we start the feast, I want to say a few words. To the Aserai, that gave us passage and helped us attack the enemy from behind. Battania is grateful, and as promised, new caravans will make their way and new routes will be created, so that we can peacefully trade our goods and build up our relationship. To my people, I must say that there is no higher honor than conquering Kalradi back to us as originally was. Our story will be remembered, and tales will be told. 'Twas 9 years of war and suffering, but now we suffer no more. So everyone, long live Battania! Can I help you with something, Adenor? Adenor followed me outside and was wondering why I wasn't celebrating. I told her that I was thinking about how much my children have grown throughout these years, how things are at home, and about how I was feeling uneased. All I wanted was to go back. And that's when Cadfin showed up, running up the stairs, saying that a pigeon arrived with a message. My wife had an unknown disease, and no one knew if she could survive. So I ran and rode as fast as I could back home. But it was too late.
Greetings, my lord. How may I help you?
I would like to have 5 pieces of meat.
With pleasure. Thank you, my lord, and please, come again.
Father, you are... Late? No, son. I've been here waiting for you. Since you took your time, I decided to go and buy some food. It was not my fault. I was... in the tavern again? Who told you that? Your smell. Well... You don't need to explain. I know how pleasing a tavern can be. It is also a good place to find companions. You are right. Now, son, come. Grab your armor and let me show you something. Can you see? Bethlehem? Who are they? Bandits. And this is their hideout. Are we going to take them down? Would you rather let them go? And let them hurt people? Never. Let's go then. Do you know why we did this, instead of just sending men? Because a king needs to bring order and justice. And he does it on the front line. Yes, that is correct. You need to be an example to the people and show them that your will to protect Kalradia will never be defeated. Yes, father, I believe I have nothing more to teach you. I am proud of you, son. My journey came to an end. It was a long road, full of enemies and surprises. And all that lasted for 31 years. Now it was over.
and I feel like I changed a lot through all these years. But I wish that I could change something. That I could have spent more time with my wife. But that is not possible. She is gone, but my dreams with her remain, and I shall honor her memory. In the end, my duty here is done. I brought peace to my people, taught everything I know to my children, and now it was time to pass the burden. Time to say goodbye and to end my story. Now you who has to know about my story, you who stood here all this time hearing me, curious enough to stay until the end, let me buy you a drink. Bring me 2 fat ones! I thank you, my friend, for hearing me out. And even if this may seem like a goodbye, it might not be. I would like to see you more in the future. Join me and become my companion. Together we shall live new tales, and who knows, in different worlds too. All is possible, but for now, that is it. I hope to see you next time. Take care, my friend.